So what we're going to talk about right now is basically identifying the engine. We're going to talk about some lubricants, spark plugs, operating RPM, compression, test tank information, and general power rate information. Our serial number is located on the port side clamp bracket. Now one thing you're going to see this year for this production is this tag is going to change to a decal instead of a metal tag, standard tag. This is how we're identifying the engine. Go to the next one here. The first set of numbers and letters there are the model. The next two are the year. The H there is the month. And then the last 5-digit number there is the engine serial number. Engine oil that we use in all our models is basically 10W30. Any 10W30 is fine, any brand you want to use. We put the capacities in here because that's a pretty talked up item with our engines. People typically, think that more oil is better and it won't hurt a thing. That actually creates a lot of problems. So we're asking people to review this quite often, the capacities on the motors, because they don't hold that much. Part of the problem in having a portable 4-stroke motor is in handling. You can tip it the wrong way, you can handle it the wrong way, and oil seeps out, and that can be a problem. So we really need to follow these capacities here. We also, on the 5 through the 25, have a traditional dipstick in the engine, and it comes with a hash mark, and we're asking to keep that level like midway in the hash mark. If you fill it all the way up to the top hash mark, that's okay, but when you're picking up the engine and moving it around, it's prone to spill oil, and that alarms the customer. So keep in mind that you want to go through these capacities here, keep them real close, and you're looking for about the midway point on the hash marks on the dipstick. The gear lube in all our lower units takes high point 90, and that's typically what you would see with any of the other brands. Right here we're talking about the ability to really make a green package with our engines for certain people that are environmentally conscious areas. Any biodegradable, we'll go over the brands here, but any biodegradable oil is fine. This information here in your handout gives you a couple of brand names. There's been a few more added to this along the way. Sierra, which you all probably deal with quite a bit, is a big supplier of lubricants. That would certainly be a choice. The battery recommendations here are right here, 14 amp hour, 210 cold cranking amps. Something that we have that our other competitors don't have is we have an internal battery model, whereas the battery is right on the back of the engine. You take a look at the 15 here. This is an IV internal battery model. And the battery's right here. Back. All right. Again, this is the battery for the 15 and 99. It's a ion battery. It's charged by the charging system on the engine. The batteries have phenomenal life. They last for a long time. We've had engines at boat shows over in Europe that come back to us about a year and a half later. We're a little bit fearful at the boat show if they'll crank, and they crank up fine. So they have phenomenal life. I even put these on one of my race engines, a 4-cylinder Mercury, 160 pounds compression each cylinder. I was needing a battery. I put one of these on it. It fired it. So it's an amazing battery. Again, our charging systems are regulated on the 99 and 15, 6 amps, 14 amps on the 25. Any questions?
Yeah, so on the ion battery, what's the storage life? So like for a cruiser that's going to go to Bahamas or something, what's the storage life to have an extra one on the boat? Because they're not going to find that over there. And then could they just pack one away in the boat somewhere?
Yes.
And then it wouldn't be an issue.
Right.
And on the charging system, because a lot of them have multiple charging systems and they also have full AC access, can they use a regular charger to charge that ion battery?
Good question. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, a conventional charger will charge its battery, although you want to use the lowest setting because it's so tiny. If you try to put it on a 10 amp or 20 amp or boost, you're going to kill it.
So you have 2 amp or a flow charger?
Yeah, I have a smart charger I use, in my shop, and I can watch the rate, I can slow it down, and they actually if it is real low, at a low setting, on a low charge rate, it will be charged in a matter of 45 minutes to an hour, and that's it.
Okay.
So,
That's also a full start?
yes,
Okay.
our models offer the remote start, or the enhanced start too.
Yeah.